My address is 849.
Let them come. So we just watched Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
You did?
I thought it was
I
Revenge of the Fallen.
I thought I took like LSD and then walked into a movie theater. Holy shit. Anyway,
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah,
Pretty
holy
much.
shit,
So,
wow.
This is Transformers. Okay, so I have not really kept up with the... I think I said on a stream once, and I still stand by this, like, the early Transformers movies are a guilty pleasure of mine, that, like, they're obviously awful.
Yeah.
Like, they're bad, and they're not great, but come on, it's dumb fun. It's that kind of thing that if you're like an 8-year-old boy when it comes out, it's perfect, because it's just a bunch of robots punch each other in the face, and that's all you care about.
I just watched Evangelion and got depression instead.
Oh, I didn't do that, so...
Don't.
I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to check it out, though.
Don't. Please, for your own mental sanity.
I'm not caught up in Transformer lore, really. I watch them for fun. I did not know that this is now like a new universe. This isn't a prequel to the Bayverse.
I just know him from Fortnite.
For me personally, I actually kind of enjoyed this.
Okay. Okay.
And the reason
We're all entitled to our opinions, you know, even the wrong ones, but...
Nah, the reason why I did enjoy this is because, growing up, I was a huge Transformers fan.
Right.
To be honest, and it kind of did live up to a little bit of the potential. I would say the only thing I did not like was Noah becoming a fucking Transformer. Honestly, because that shit was dumb as shit, but with the end credit, it kind of led up to that
That
little
went
bit.
hard. What are you talking about,
Okay.
bro?
So,
Dude.
listen, Transformers are just kind of fun, dumb little movies, and I'd say that this one fell into that category where you put it on like to entertain a baby or a 40-year-old man. It's gonna do the job. I mean, I guess I had fun watching it,
I
but
don't know if you can even put it on for like a fucking baby because like half of the jokes are like sexual.
yeah, there's a lot of
There's
sexual
a lot
jokes
of
in this
sexual jokes. There's like jokes about like penises and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they say balls at one point
They
in
did.
Spanish.
Cojones, yeah.
one. Go on this, yep.
I don't speak Spanish.
So-
all I know is like
Okay.
hi.
That is
Shout out to all
true.
my Puerto Ricans
So
and Guatemalans.
yeah, okay. Point is,
Nice.
it's like a
I'm white.
it's a fine-ish movie. I didn't love it. I didn't really like it that much. I thought it was just really fucking dumb. I'm sorry. Sorry, not to shit all over your opinion. I was kind of happy you went first
Nah, it's
because
okay.
you get the positive.
You get the positive, then you get the then you get the bad one, then you get the neutral. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't have any feelings.
I don't hate it. I had a fun time watching it with my buds, but it's not good. It's like
Your buds?
yeah, our little buddies here.
I took a bud before I went into that.
I wish I did. I would have had more fun.
Ooh, I did.
That movie,
Work
it's
friends.
so fucking weird and dumb, and there's just so much that you like. Me and you, like, we kept looking at each other, being like, "What the fuck?" He fucking wears a transformer. That's all I have to say.
I think the best explanation of what this movie is that they took a template to an action movie.
Yeah.
And then just filled all the boxes out with Transformers. That's
Literally,
pretty much it.
the first 5 minutes, they hit every like checklist cliche dialogue that you open an action film with.
Dude,
Yeah.
the end fight scene, I literally was turning every second being like, there it is, Skybeam!
Beam to space. I'll stay and destroy this so you guys can leave.
The Skybeam.
Multiple
Ultimate sacrifice.
disposable.
Enemies who look
minion
exactly
enemies.
the same.
Yeah.
Ultimate sacrifice.
Ultimate
Literally,
sacrifice.
this is like all those memes about like the bad MCU movies. This is that movie.
They
To
literally
T.
made a joke.
To a T.
They literally made the joke.
They made the that sounded better in my head.
joke.
They made the
Oh
that
my
sounded better in my
God.
head joke. It is the most generic, stupid like action movie you can watch. But I mean, hey, watching the robots punch each other was kind of cool.
I wish there was more of it.
But there was a little less of it. That is true.
There's not a lot of.
And like, also another thing that bothered me.
I feel like it had more than the other movies, to be honest. In my personal opinion.
That's crazy if it did then.
I mean, if
I
I-
haven't seen Bumblebee.
I was gonna say, I feel like if there was more, I kind of forgot about all of them.
Yeah, it's not too memorable. I mean, it's just like you watch it and you're like, oh, that's a cool
It was
visual.
more than the last night. I'm just telling you right now.
That movie was
Fair.
that movie was really.
That's the
fucking
only
bad.
Bayverse movie I've watched.
That's a really bad movie.
It's the only one I've watched.
That movie's really fucking bad. I can't believe that we're in like a new universe now. That blew my mind.
We're in the,
Yeah, it's
we're in
kinda-
the HCU.
I
Yeah,
thought it was
No,
like,
no, we'll say that till the end. We won't say
Yep,
anything
yep.
about that.
you thought it was.
for me personally, because I heard it, it was like a small like reboot to
Right.
the Bay one.
Yeah.
That's what I heard, and that's why in Bumblebee, in the end of Bumblebee, it like ended in B being in the same Camaro
Yeah.
that we saw in.
Did you just pronounce Camaro as
Camaro.
Camaro?
Well, in the first Transformers movie.
Yeah, in the first
Is
Transformers.
that gonna be a
movie.
problem? Is he kicking us out?
No.
You sure?
I think you might be eyeing those two. It's okay, guys. The police are here to
Yeah.
bust our drug bust.
Yeah.
It kind of
No, he's totally. Oh no, he's saying goodnight to them.
What a mad lad.
That was actually really sweet. That was nice. That made me really happy to see.
Oh,
I
I wish
thought-
you guys could have seen that.
I thought
Unfortunately,
that
happened
was
on
a kid
cam.
for a second.
I'm really happy I'm staring at this fight right now.
No, man, that looks. I'm really happy that I'm staring at this fight instead of away from it.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just the most generic like. Oh, we gotta go to this place. Oh, there's these bad guys are gonna do this thing. Blah blah blah. Blah.
Yeah.
There's no substance. It's the.
It's every Transformers movie, technically.
It
Yeah.
kind of frustrates me because it seems like they're gonna set up a character thing, like how they set up that like Optimus doesn't like humans and like that other guy
Yeah.
doesn't like. By the way, Optimus is extremely racist in this movie. I don't know
Yeah.
what happened, but
weirdly.
they like set up that Optimus doesn't like humans, and then like they set up that this other guy doesn't trust the Transformers and wants to break the thing so that they don't do it. But then he goes to do it. Optimus doesn't get mad at him, by the way.
Yeah, he's not like you
He's-
bastard. You
He's not
betrayed
like
me.
pissed or anything. He's more like sympathetic. And then
Like, please don't do it.
and then when the guy decides I won't do this, they then take it and go to destroy the planet, which is the thing that he wanted to prevent. But then he's like, I can't stay mad at you, Prime.
Let them come.
Yeah, I just want to see them come. Honestly, at this point.
Yeah, he was like, Prime, you doing the same thing I was doing, and it's like they just kind of had that like, you and me, we ain't so different.
We're not so different, you and I.
It was shit.
We're both extremely
Yeah.
racist.
There was also. It almost seemed like the movie tried to have like an underlying message about racism.
Dude,
because
it
there's a
felt
scene in the
odd.
intro. There's a scene. The main character's trying to get a job, and the guy like cancels his job interview. He's like, "Oh, I heard from your last boss, and he said that you're not good, and I can't have someone like you ruining what I've built." And he just like pauses and goes, "Someone like me." And then like that
Yeah,
was it.
That was it, and I
It
was like,
clearly
oh.
wasn't a racist remark.
I do just want to point out, kind of suspicious that they portrayed the only people who are thieves and like the underbelly of society as
People of color.
yeah.
That is true. They kind of portrayed like a.
There
Well, I
wasn't-
guess he was a hero though.
I mean, at
in
the end he was. Yeah.
He never was a thief.
Well, to be fair,
He almost
did,
was a
he
thief.
did get recruited by the white super guy at the end.
white super guy.
Like the guy
Oh,
at the
yeah.
end. He's like,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I don't
Whoa. That's fucked up. There's only like.
this is an underlying. Wait, hold
Okay,
on.
So we're
We're dissecting Transformers.
They
right
had
now.
random hints here about being anti-racist, but you raise a good point. There was a black character at the beginning of the movie who was like, "Come on, steal this car with me," and then
Yeah.
there's a white guy at the end who's like, "Help your country."
And then
That's suspicious.
yeah.
Ooh,
Ooh.
deep layers there.
I want to talk about that one, Steven
But then,
Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg fucking produced this.
Dude, that scared the
Michael
shit out of
Bay?
me in the press.
Michael Bay produced
That
it too.
explains the random like times where like stuff will just happen and then there's explosions behind.
Yeah, he's like he turns to him and says some cool bad guy line, and then
it-
something explodes.
It
behind
reminds me
him.
of like in YouTube videos where like they randomly add in like the stocks explosions, like SF, like the fucking visual. Joel, you know what I'm talking about. Put it on screen like right here in back of me.
And then, like you said, Optimus Prime was really racist against humans, which
Yeah, this
I
movie
thought
was-
was okay. Before I knew that, because I wasn't told till after the movie that this wasn't part of the Bayverse. I thought that was like a cute little connection to how he turns into a guy who just supports humans and he's
No,
a
he's
human
just straight
apologist.
up racist.
He's just racist though, and at the end he just kind of learns to be a little less racist.
That's such a character arc, honestly.
I guess
good for him.
I guess he was fully not racist at the end, but it was more like
it was
like,
such a random turnaround, though. Like,
it was that scene where he's like, "You and I aren't so different."
literally. And
then he's like-
"You are going to blow up the thing that let me go home that I told you not to destroy, and I caught you doing it in the act." But like, man, I would have done the same, honestly.
He never even found out why he was doing it though. How did he know that they were similar? He
Oh
didn't
my
find
God.
out that he had the brother or whatever.
I love it. It's,
Also, I'm really pissed that me and Caleb both recognize this, but in the beginning of the movie, this kid walks in with a Game Boy.
Oh my
and
God.
It plays like a Mario noise, and he goes, "I can't get past Bowser." And we immediately were like, "You can't fight Bowser on the Game Boy, you bitch!" Actually,
can you?
technically you can.
Can you?
Fuck! Damn it, now I look stupider. 'Cause
Stupider?
if you play like, what is it? There's like remakes of the original games on the Game Boy. I thought they were
Maybe.
only the Game Boy Advance though.
I think they're only the Game Boy Advance. I don't
Yeah.
think there's a handheld version of Mario.
I'm looking it
Original
up.
Mario. I'll keep talking at that moment.
Yeah.
For the other thing that bothered me about the video game references, so this whole movie, they're kind of talking about how this kid is a Mario fan and
Yeah.
is mad that he can't get past Bowser. Yeah, for the entire movie, they refer to each other as
Sonic.
Tails and Sonic.
Even Knuckles.
Why
at one
didn't they
point.
do that? Why did they do that? Why not just fucking call them Mario and Luigi?
Yeah.
Or if you still want to go with the Sonic stuff, just have them play as like a Sega's console.
Yeah.
There were many back then. I don't know. Maybe have them play like a Genesis or some shit.
They were like poor. How did he afford a Game Boy?
Stole it probably. I don't fucking know.
The brother built it.
Yeah, he built it. He built it with a box of scraps in a cave.
Tony Stark built this in a cave.
Noah built this cable box in a cave
With a box of
A
scraps.
box of scraps. He built this Autobot in my basement. Oh my god.
Technically, he did build the Autobot.
He did build an Autobot after he turned into a fucking Iron Man suit and decided to have him wear him.
Yeah. Okay. The
I did
stupidest
that,
part.
and I was like Mega Man.
Bro.
Okay. So. Oh.
Was there any?
It looks like they were on the color, and he was playing an original Game Boy.
Yeah, there was no
which meant there
color.
was no.
So this was just straight up wrong.
This was wrong
Good
because the
job,
only
good
games
job.
on the Game Boy for Mario was Mario
I mean-
Land 1 and 2.
To be fair, and I don't know this knowledge myself because I'm not a fucking Transformers fan, but like apparently they didn't even get the right Transformer design for the right character. So
Yeah, apparently they took it.
apparently they messed it up.
I don't know, but
For which one?
I don't know.
I think Mirage. They said
was it
was
Mirage?
Jazz or
I don't know. I
something.
don't remember when my friend said it was
I
like
don't know.
Mirage.
But yeah, the dumbest thing in this movie though, beyond all that, okay, the two really dumb things. One of the Transformers, the main one that is friends with the guy, kind of dies, and then he just kind of wears his corpse and uses it as like a Mega Man suit, which is so fucking
It's so
stupid.
fucked up when you think about it.
It's like that clip from the SpongeBob Skin Theory, just this salmon suit is not okay. So that happens, and it's like a mind fuck. It's so stupid. But then, at the very end of the fucking movie, he goes to a job interview, the main character who dressed up as a Transformer, and this guy's like,
Cosplay, as you call it.
yes, you know, I heard that what you did was pretty cool. And he's like, how'd you hear about what I did? He's like, we're a government organization. We're very interested in your skill set and your big friends. You should join us. He's like, man, I got nothing to do with that. I don't care. So he's like, he doesn't really want to do the job because he's trying to keep the Transformers safe, I guess. And the guy,
I guess.
I think that's why.
I don't know his motivation anymore.
I don't know.
I don't know. Does he
But-
have a motivation?
But the government's like still like, hey, we'll pay for your brother's healthcare. That's pretty cool, right? And he's like, oh, that is pretty cool. Thanks. And he hands him a card and he walks away and he's like, listen, we're pretty cool. You should come work for us. And I kid you fucking not, the guy looks at the card and it's for the G.I. Joe. It's for the fucking G.I. Joe. They're doing like a universe of the G.I. Joe and Transformers.
It was even cooler because when they after that it like pans out to a big open stadium, and when the guy like looks in, he sees fucking Rainbow Dash flying past him,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Then after that, he sees the dude from D&D guy walk past and say, "Man, I love D&D," and then he rolls the dice in D&Ds.
And then he
And then he saw
and
Peppa
Mr.
Pig.
Potato Head comes
They
up.
saw Peppa Pig and she started peppaing everywhere. I
My
don't
thing
know.
is
I
are they
didn't
also
watch
going to
it.
reboot? Is this like a reboot that they're going to do a G.I. Joe movie that takes place in the Transformers universe?
I just really want to see.
because those G.I. Joe movies suck too. I don't
I
remember
don't
them
know.
that well.
I just really want to see a universe in which Optimus Prime interacts with fucking Rainbow Dash, Peppa
my
Pig,
God.
and G.I. Joe.
Well, another thing is that they just came out with that Snake Eyes movie, but that like bombed. It did terrible.
If this one does bad,
I didn't see
that
it.
shared universe is over.
I've never like cared or really understood about G.I. Joe that much. I mean, it's kind of cool. Like if they could make something cool with it, yeah. But you know they're not gonna. You know they're gonna phone it in and just make another generic action movie.
Dude, I don't know what you're talking about. Have you seen what they just made? That shit's gonna go hard.
It's just gonna go hard. So I don't know. I give it like a 4.5 out of 10 if I had to be honest.
4 out of 10, I guess.
Yeah.
I give it a 6 out of 10.
Alright, so rounding it out to like a 5 out of 10, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
that's fine. It's not bad. It's not good.
bad. Nah.
I guess if you want to go see it with like a kid who's under the age of like 15 or something.
Yeah.
Or even a 15-year-old. If you want to see someone, I don't know. I guess if you want to go see something to turn your brain off for a few hours.
You could definitely have some fun with it. If you want to watch it and turn your brain on, go with a group of friends and get stoned beforehand.
Oh, 100%. That's what
Yeah.
I did, but I didn't tell my friends I was.
Yeah. Are you?
Maybe. That's the fun part.
Let me just,
Don't fucking look in my eyes. I will punch you.
They are pretty dilated. No, they responded to light, sorry.
I'm having a seizure.
Yeah, that was the movie. It wasn't Morbius, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, no movie can.
No movie can be.
No movie can, unfortunately. God, when does Morbius 2 come out?
I want Morbius 2, but the S at the end of Morbius is the 2.
I hope at the end of Into the Spider-Verse Part 2, when Miles swings in, he sees Morbius.
Dude, that would be sick.
Imagine, like, this is an elite group of the
All
best,
the best spider
Spider-Man.
people.
And then, like, Miguel turns around and says, no.
He was a vampire.
We also have Morbius. And then Morbius comes in and morbs all over Miles. And that's the end of the movie.
I can't wait for him to come in and be like, I'm Miguel, and I'm gonna Miguel all over the place, and then he Miguel's all over Miles.
That'd be fucking insane.
That's gonna be great.
Then Morbius comes out of nowhere.
Did they ever explain that in the movie, how he was like a vampire?
I don't know. We'll have to stay that for our Into the Spider-Verse review coming
Yo,
out soon. Check it out, check it out, check
soon.
it out, check it out.
Until
It'll be-
then,
if you like the movie, you know, go crash the letterbox servers.
Yeah.
Go spam reviews on it until the point where it goes until the servers go down and nobody can look at the reviews
Yeah.
and see how bad they are because nobody can get on the website.
And if-
that's what they did for Mario.
if you guys
Do
like
that.
this movie, you know, write a letter to Rotten Tomatoes and tell them that, you know, make another post. When you know, I know you've made a few if you like this movie, but make another post saying we don't care what critics think because we like the movie.
You know what else you should do? You should
already-
definitely start doing what the movie also did and start doxing people on Xbox
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah.
Make sure that when you are
Dox
in a
the critics.
dox them,
the critics.
yeah, dox the critics. Anyway, Devin's address is 187.